Hey, what's up guys? This is Garrett with Chuckin TV. Today we're going to talk about my brand new Leupold VX-5HD 3 to 15 by 44. I got this from Doug's Optics and Outdoors. Super easy to buy, super fast shipping. I got it in I think 2 or 3 days. Good thing about it is I got it before the weekend. I was able to go out and test this guy, and it's pretty much nothing short of amazing. 44 millimeter objective lets in tons of light. The 3 to 15 range to me is probably the best thing that you can possibly buy. You got a 3 power, if you're stalking through the woods on a deer, or even, varmint hunting, that sort of thing, something comes in close, you can back your gun all the way down to 3 power. And you can also reach all the way out to 15 power, which is pretty awesome. I actually did most of my testing at the range, which you'll see here in just a moment, at 15 power to try to really push the scope as much as I could, and I was able to actually push it all the way to 15 power. Had great clarity on it, and the rear diopter setting worked really well for my eye. What I really noticed about the scope and what I really enjoyed about it is just the eye relief that I was able to achieve with it. The big thing I really noticed was the fast focus with the parallax adjustment on the side. It truly changes the actual parallax of the scope. I've had a lot of scopes in the past, various different brands even, that you change this and you really can't see the focusing of the scope happening. This thing literally, it's almost like looking through a pair of binoculars. You can really see it changing in real time. The other thing that's really cool about this one is the actual lock mechanism for the zero. So what happens is basically you've got your scope set on, say it's up on 12, and that's where your zero range is at. You can actually reset this back down to 0, and it can't possibly get changed unless you physically press in the button, and then you can hit your dial. So with that being said, also if you go up to wherever you go, you can actually move it back down, and you'll probably be able to hear it here. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it won't let you go back down below 0. So it's pretty awesome in that aspect, and it locks right in, and I can't change it now. So it can't possibly get bumped in the field if you're stalking on deer or something like that. You can't screw up your scope as you're stalking in. The other really cool thing that I really like about it is the fact that it is an actual 30 millimeter tube as well. Lets in tons of light. I was able to buy these worn permanent rings for like 35 bucks. Super cheap. They lock it in. I bought the actual 20 MOA rail for it as well, and this thing is sweet shooting for sure. So let's head on over to the range, get some shooting in. We'll see what you guys think about it. Well, there you have it, guys. Pretty awesome grouping out of this gun scope combo. The groups actually improved a little bit from what I had shot before. I had some that I had built up from before with the other scope on it, and with this 15 power I was able to zoom in a little bit tighter, control my breathing, and actually pinpoint exactly where I wanted to hit, and the groups are pretty impressive from what I can tell so far. I am going to be working on some different loads. The gun may or may not like the 162 grain AMAX, so we're going to try some different stuff out. I'm actually going to be trying a Sierra 100 grain varminter bullet out of it. It should push this gun somewhere right around 4,000 feet a second, so it'll be a screamer for sure. So we're going to try that out, and I actually just got kind of a word on a 1,000-yard range here locally to me and here in central Missouri. So we're going to go try out that range, try a few different loads there, and really put this scope through its paces.